Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Winback, and on today's episode of Heroes of the Storm, in our A through Z playthrough, we're going to be playing Stitches, even though we played him just a week or two ago. Anyway, we're playing with the newly updated, reworked Stitches, and we're not going to play the build that we played in the release video for him, because I think that's still very, very strong, very, very good, but add a little variety to the spice of things. But it's a YouTube video, so feel free to like, comment, subscribe your heart out. And on this Brax's Holdout game, we are going to be playing with a Malfurion, looks like Akira, Zeratul, and Vala versus a Zul'jin, Hanzo, Muradin, Anduin, and Li Ming. Whew, and the Muradin's just going to stand directly in front of the helping hand that I could throw out, so there was no saving that Kira. She was dead as fuck and walking way in front of the team, which is not something that you want to be doing when you have a Stitches on your team. Anyway, if you're not familiar with Stitches, there's the first big hook of the game while Anduin just pulls him completely to safety. We have effectively traded the hook cooldown, which is 16 seconds, for the Leap of Faith cooldown, which is 80 seconds. So that's crazy good for us. Way to go, team. Maybe we can start getting something done here. Now, as far as Stitch's ability... Oh, no, you can live. Aha, he did live. I missed the hook, but it totally doesn't matter because Muradin's going to die under the towers being greedy like a motherfucker. Stitch's talents are very easy. Your abilities, sorry, are really easy. Hook is just a 16-second cooldown. You throw out a hook. If it hits someone or something, it's going to grab them and pull them towards you. Really good stuff. Nice and easy for setting up big picks. Nice and easy for catching unsuspecting victims, just like this Zul'jin who walked into the root, but it isn't a sleepy root, so he's going to walk away because he was not CC'd after the hook. So that's unfortunate. This Malfurion feels like the mana and the bigger roots are going to do him a solid, so I'll go along with that. Hopefully it doesn't blow up and bite us in the face. Anyway, the W for Stitches is the Slam. It is a very wide conal ability that is going to do more damage and more slowing in the center area of the Slam. The outer area just does damage. That is, let's see. The inner impact area are going to take 50% more damage, and they're going to be slowed by 45% for 2 seconds, which is a big, big slow. And considering that people are standing directly on top of you after you hook them, hitting a point-blank slam should not be difficult after you land a hook. Your third ability is going to be Devour. Devour is a point-and-click ability that is going to heal you for 20% of your maximum health when you hit a hero or whatever you hit. Yeah. No matter what you hit, as long as it's not a building, we'll give you 20% of your max health back. If you're using this ability to hit a merc or a minion or a boss or whatever, it is actually going to do increased damage. So it does more damage to non-heroic units. We just got to walk up and get a little bit of health back real quick. But it is very, very good. Very, very good at keeping you alive. I'm going to get rooted. I may actually die from all the... Nope, we got a lot of health bars, so the Zul'jin is going to die to the Vala coming round the backside here. I was kind of trying to pull Vala away because she's getting very far away from the Zerg wave, but a minion got in the way, and that's how that's going to work. So, whatever, we're fine, everything's fine. We've got the first 4 of the game down with the very first Zerg wave because that's what Brax's Holdout is all about, and we can focus on the other stuff that we're talking about here. Your trait is called Shambling Horror. This is a 2-part ability. 1 is activatable. You hit the D button and you cannot be slowed, and you're going to pump out vile gas for 5 seconds while that's going on. Spread vile gas. Okay. So basically, if you're against a team that has a bunch of slows, or if you get hit with like Zul'jin axes, or you get stuck by a Muradin thunderclap, you just hit your D button and walk away. None of that stuff is going to affect you anymore. It's super good. Used to be a level 20 talent for this character, and now that it's gone, it is baked into our kit on a 60-second cooldown, which is nutty. Just trying to guess and see where the enemy team is at, but we're just going to miss that hook entirely. Oh my god, is Kira going to die? She's very far up still, but got the grappling hook out, and we can leave. Our healer is just now coming back down to the bottom side of the map after going top, so that's fine. But the other part of your trait is the Vile Gas. So Vile Gas is it's just a damage over time that is going to happen to things that you auto-attack. And then when you press your Shambling Horror, the button itself is going to spread the Vile Gas. But it's a very small damage over time ability. Let's see. So hitting enemies with basic attacks or the inner area of Slam is going to affect them with Vile Gas, which is going to deal 49 damage over 4 seconds. Deals 150% more damage to minions, mercenaries, and monsters. Which in and of itself is good for wave clear for Stitches, because he certainly needs it. Apart from Slam and his autos, he doesn't really have much wave clear. It used to be when you would auto attack, the Vile Gas would just come out of the auto attack in an AoE. But I think since that's been removed, and you now have to hit one auto attack, or you have to hit the AoE on the Slam, they're like, okay, we'll let it do more damage to minions, mercs, and monsters still. So he's still got some level of clear. It's just in different. Okay, we blocked the ball. Looks like Malfurion's still very close to dead. Yep, gonna get hit by some bouncy arrows. And is Zeratul going to get a bunch of kills, or is he just going to die? Definitely got one. Minions killed him. Damn. Would have been cool if it worked, but it didn't. So now we're stuck. Where was I? Oh, right, the Vile Gas. So that point, I'm sure I've beaten it to death by now. We won't over-explain. But gonna gorge the Murden. He's just gonna get yoinked out, which is unfortunate, but Vala and the towers are still going to get those kills. Can we get the Anduin also? Looks like it. Yes, thank God. Alright, it's a 2 for 3. I mean, a 1 for 3. I thought somebody else died there. I guess I was wrong. Maybe I was thinking back to the Zeratul death, but that was a long time ago, so it is in fact 1 for 3. Fantastic. Alright, back to the build, the abilities. Our ultimate, you can see we're taking Gorge. Gorge is still a very, very, very strong ultimate, where I think Putrid Bile now has some pickability because of the level 20 talent. Gorge is still perfect for peeling. It's perfect for creating engages and picks off of hooks. It is just a very strong ability and always will be. So I think you're going to be able to pick it no matter what you want to do. But ultimately, using your judgment, he moved this much. Using your judgment when you're playing with Gorge is very important. So you have to be aware of what you're grabbing, what you're gorging, who you're gorging. It's kind of like using a cocoon. So if you're in a team fight, sometimes it's very important to gorge the tank. Or maybe you want to gorge the carry who's just running all over your team. Or the healer that's keeping his team alive. There's a lot of different things that you can gorge, but a lot of the time you also want to just throw that hook out, snag someone from the fog of war, and then gorge them to death on the way back to your team. It's very good for that. But our build today, oh right, there's also a 1 key for Stitches. It's called Helping Hand. Helping Hand lets you throw out your hook and hook friendly people. So if you hook someone that way, if you use the Helping Hand, the cooldown for hook is going to be reduced by 8 seconds. Can the Guardians help me out a little bit with damage? Nope, they didn't even get enough. We're just going to try to chase her down, get the hook. Please die. The Slam is coming. There it is. Thank God. That was a really far distance for us to walk away from the objective, but we're 13 now. And at 13, once Stitches arrives at this point, he's just going to baseline get his fishing hook range. So the hook range is going to just passively increase at level 13, which is fantastic because you don't have to waste the talent on fishing hook anymore, and it has a very clear, big power spike for Stitches. Oh my god, we're all going to die. It's 2 for 1 right now. If Vala can get away, we just gotta try to peel, stay away from her Murden. We gotta hook him back. Oh, she got stunned. She's still on foot. Plenty of time to mount up there, but decided not to. So I'm just gonna hope that she doesn't die. Nope, doesn't look like I'm gonna get my hopes, my wishes. I wished upon a star, and it just it crashed from the stratosphere into my face. So anyway, back to the build. The build that we're using today got a little bit of a buff with the most recent round of changes to Stitches, even after his ultimate rework. But it is mostly Vile Gas stuff that we're going to be picking, and really, I'm just trying to make this ooh, girl, I couldn't reach. Okay, you're dead. I didn't have the helping hand going there, but if I had, I still would have missed the Kira, so it doesn't matter, and she's going to die anyway. But the so the changes that Stitches got were a lot to the Vile Cleaver, or sorry, Vile Gas for Stitches trait. Savor the Flavor didn't get any changes, but we're picking that so we can get more damage from the Vile Gas, which will kind of make sense as we go on. Yeah. So we're increasing our health regen, and okay, you gotta put the, okay. Ooh. If you're playing Malfurion and you have a Stitches on your team, you put the roots directly beneath the Stitches, and then you let them grow so that when the Stitches throws up the Gorge target, they just land into roots that are already there. Because the roots, once they're out, they last a long time. And then the person inside the Stitches is just always going to be rooted. So if you're trying to match your roots up with the Stitches Gorge, don't. Just put them under the Stitches whenever he's stopped moving. Even if there's only 1 or 2 seconds left on the Gorge, they should still be rooted after the Gorge ends. That's just a super pet peeve for me. If you're a Malfurion player, please, I'm sure you know better, but if you don't, there you go. Okay, he just exploded. No! No way in hell that the Vala lives there either. But the catapults are taking out the top keep, and now we will probably have to stomach a Zerg wave because 3 people are still dead on our team, and there's not much we can do about it. The hook has been juked. I'm going to be rooted and murdered under my fort, because the Stormbolt reaches way further than I thought it was going to. Right, but the changes to Vile Cleaver, the Vile Gas, all that stuff. At level 4, the Vile Cleaver, it basically made it so that Slam, passively, no matter if they're in the inside area or the outside area, Slam is going to be infecting everybody with Vile Gas. So if you hit anything in the conal area, it's going to get hit with the Vile Gas, and that's really important because that passive portion of our kit is okay. You got to stop hitting him. He's going to be alive. Oh my god. It's okay. Just breathe. We gotta focus on the video. We can't focus on how bad people are. It's just, we're fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Stop walking forward. Oh my god. He still died. Thank god we're going to get the traded kill from the hook in the gorge. Zeratul dying on some other stupid part of the map that I wasn't looking at, but my god. It's really difficult to understand why people just love to run in one after the other and get themselves killed. I did it once this match, so I can't really say anything, but when everybody else is doing it 2 to 3 times, I'm still gonna be upset. Back to the build. Back to the build. We've only gotten to our fucking level 4 talent, But this is good. This is how this talent used to work. So when you'd use Slam, you apply the Vile Gas to everything, and since the Vile Gas damage is being increased every time that we bite somebody, that is hopefully going to make the damage that it does better in all facets. So, your level 7 talent, I did not take Putrefaction. We're going to take Second Helping instead, because Putrefaction is only going to reduce healing. Even though Vile Gas heals Stitches for 75% of the damage dealt, I'm not really sold on the amount of healing that that does. And I'd rather have 2 charges of Devour to get more damage out of the Vile Gas, if that makes sense. I really thought they were going to be there, that's why I threw the hook, but I guess not. So now we can catch them rotating to it instead. Are we going to kill the Anduin? Nope, we're going to lose the Zeratul instead, and that is just super unfortunate. We've gorged the Li Ming, though. Can I get some roots? No roots. We're not going to kill the Ming. Oh, yes, we are. We just got to yank her out of the invincibility field real quick. Hopefully not lose our Kira. Nailed it. Everybody's doing fine. We traded 1 for 1. We can leave now. The enemy team has already got the camp down on the bottom side, so I have to come anchor over on the bottom of this camp because the enemy team is ultimately going to walk forward. Can we pull him into the root? He's been yanked out by the leap of faith. Nothing else possible there. Second Helping is a lone talent, so if you are gorging someone over your maximum health, you're going to get a shield. But that shield diminishes every time that you die. We've died 1 time, so we're down to a 9% max health shield if we're already fully full health and devouring somebody. So neat. 13, I ended up picking the meat hook, mainly because under pressure doesn't really feel like a very good talent. It's a level 13 questing talent that really doesn't give you a whole lot of damage, even when it's completed. So it's kind of like, is this really worth it? I don't know. I mean, technically it should be, right? Because you get questing stacks. Are they really doing the boss? Zul'jin has to be dead. Yeah, we're probably going to lose Zeratul, but that is hopefully a rooted... Nope. The root disappears before the Void Prison does. We're just going to eat the Muradin so he can't do anything crazy. Try and get the kill afterwards. There's the root on his jump. What a fantastic root from my Malfurion. Finally, I love it. He's still going to get away, but that is definitely commendable. Now, the... Oh, right. The questing component for the W at 13 is kind of meh. But the fact that we have Vile Cleaver, we probably could have taken it and still been okay. Meat Hook ultimately is a survivability talent, though, and since I'm the sole frontline on our team, I'm just going to have as much health as I possibly can get. Yeah, there you go. At 16, we're taking Pulverize. Pulverize is going to slow enemies hit by 80%. He's been killed by a... All that praise I was just heaping on that Malfurion, and he's going to get hit by a boss missile and die. But Pulverize at 16, all enemies hit by Slam are slowed by 80% for 0.75 seconds, and then their armor is going to be reduced by 10 for 4 seconds, which is nuts. The 80% slow is the big thing, because Slam hits in such a huge arc, it is almost impossible not to catch someone sleeping with this talent. I mean, you can catch up to people from so far away, and if you hit them with just the tip of Slam to slow them by that amount, then you can throw a hook at them, because they're very easy to hit, and gorge them back to your team. If your team hasn't already caught up to them with the Slam, we're gonna kill him with the Slam eventually. He didn't dismount me, so you're dead. Goodbye. The boss is pushing. I've got to come around the backside. Zul'jin walking directly into the VP, and he has just given up on life because he knows he's done a bad. And then your 20 talents, we've got Gas Bag, which is going to make us completely unstoppable when using our Shambling Horror. That's 3 seconds of unstoppable, and we're going to reduce the cooldown from 60 seconds to 40 seconds, which is nuts. So at the end of the day, we got 40.5 bonus health regen and 54% extra Vile Gas damage with our level 1 talent, mainly because we took the double charges. And, ooh, you don't see that very often. 5, 18, and 2. I contributed a lot of XP. You're welcome, team. Thanks for making me look so good. And they thought I did good too. They voted for me. What? You guys, I was talking so much shit. Anyway, the talents again, in case you need them. Savor the Flavor, you can take Vile Cleaver at 4, 7 second helping. Gorge is at 10. You could also take Putrefaction at 7 if you're really feeling it, because it does work very well with the build. I didn't, because nothing on that enemy team really screams you need to turn the healing off on this character. Gorge at 10, 13 is Meat Hook. If you're confident in your questing abilities at 13, take it, but I don't like it. 16 is Pulverize, and then 20 is Gas Bag. Again, this is not what I think is the standard build for Stitches. I think the standard build is going to be Hook-centric, with Master Hooker at 20, and then Serrated Edge at... pretty sure it's 4. It's either 4 or 7. It's an early talent. But the hooking talents are going to make it easier for you to hook people more often, which is what Stitches is really good for. And this is more a kind of a frontline, do more tanky stuff, bait the enemy team's cooldowns kind of play style. But still fun, definitely. All of Stitch's abilities to this point are very fun, but some are better than others for sure. So that is it for Stitches today. We will be back tomorrow. With Stukov, it's an older video because Stukov is currently disabled as of this moment because of some bugs that are happening with his silence, and those are really, really big. So good thing he is disabled, makes making videos for him a little bit more difficult, but at the same time, nothing should change too much. We can still talk about what the character does well, but I'll see you guys then, and then we'll round out the week. Sonya, Stitches, Stukov. Sylvanas is the final video of the week, and that'll be difficult. Yeah. I'll see you guys there.